Let's get into it. Soft claps. Can't wake up the baby today. We have confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. We have confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump and Joe Rogan will be sitting down together. It's over. It's over. The election's done. Oh, whew. We just missed communism, boys. This is just what I think. Okay, you guys already know what happened. This person posted this. They said, Donald Trump has 25 days to get interviewed by Joe Rogan. Elon Musk said it will happen. It sent a storm through Twitter, through YouTube. I did videos about it. Everybody did videos about it. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh, this doesn't mean anything. Elon Musk just likes to say things. Then all of a sudden we see the Joe Rogan podcast Twitter saying, do you want to see Donald Trump on the podcast? And then all of a sudden I'm like, who owns this? And I look at it and it has an on it little link here. And I'm like, okay, made in 2013. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who's it followed by though? And you guessed it, ding, 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 followed by none other than Joe Rogan. I just have to say, I don't think Joe Rogan would let this ride. Someone who has the face, his actual logo. What I do is one thing. I am Coach Colin, Soul Not for Sale podcast, but you'll never see me just put up his logo and just, you know what I mean? I put this stupid thing here because I love it. I painted it myself, but you know what I mean? This is a lot. This actually is associated with Joe Rogan, which is why he's following it. And as I say this, I kind of remember that Joe Rogan's official personal YouTube channel is actually following this channel. So I could be wrong there, but let's keep going on the path here. I just want to let you guys know where Joe Rogan used to be, because this is what a lot of the commenters are going to bring up. He doesn't want to help Trump. He doesn't want to help Trump.
I've had the opportunity to have him on my show more than once. I've said no every time. I don't want to help him. I'm not interested in helping him.
The night is still young. We'll see.
If I have him on, the night is still young?
Yeah.
You think I'll have him on?
I think you'll have him on.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Because you'll have Putin on?
There you go. He said he didn't want to help him. He has no intentions of helping him, everything like that. Then Lex Fridman sat down with Donald Trump and they had this discussion.
Anna, let me ask you about my good friend Joe Rogan. So you had a bit of tension with him. So when he said nice things about RFK Jr., I think you've said some not so nice things about Joe, and I think that was a bit unfair. And as a fan of Joe, I would love to see you do his podcast, because he is legit the greatest conversationalist in the world. So
Yeah.
what's the story behind the tension?
I don't think there was any tension, and I've always liked him, but I don't know him. I mean, I only see him when I walk into the arena with Dana, and I shake his hand. I see him there, and I think he's good at what he does, but I don't know about doing his podcast. I mean, I guess I'd do it, but I haven't been asked, and I'm not asking them, I'm not asking anybody.
It sounds like a challenging negotiation situation.
No, it's not. It's not really a negotiation. And he's sort of a liberal guy, I guess, from what I understand. But he likes Kennedy. This was before I found this out, before Kennedy came in with us. He's going to be great. Bobby's going to be great.
So Donald Trump, they're not asking me, I'm not asking them, and it sounded like a standstill. Again, we have confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows Joe went from I don't want to help him to I'm not going to have him on the podcast to, well, if I did, to, well, I don't know, to, if I wanted to talk to him just a couple of days ago. That's what he said. So it started. Somebody's been whittling this guy down. Elon Musk all of a sudden says it will happen. I think Elon Musk stepped in and said, Joe, Donald, meet each other. We need this to happen. This is for America. We all know what's at stake right now. Let's get this done. Because again, I will say it like I said it many times. We have confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
You're doing a lot of podcasts recently. One that I would love to see you on is, I think Joe Rogan has to have you on.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Oh, sure I would.
I think Joe, besides us, Joe's
I think I'm doing it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you are going to do Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I am.
Joe Rogan's the best in the game for sure. And I think,
Did Joe become so well known because of the UFC? And he does a great job with that, right? What was it that made Joe the best?
during COVID, you know, he was very outspoken on all the corruption going on during COVID. And I think that's personally when I started watching him a lot too. And just, he's an honest guy too, right?
He is.
So I think
Good guy.
good guy. And I think you guys together would just
And he's got a good voice. That's important.
yeah. You're doing a lot of podcasts recently. One that I would love to see you on is, I think Joe Rogan has to have you on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Oh, sure I would.
I think Joe, like, besides us, Joe's
I mean, I think
obviously-
I'm doing it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. that'd
So
be
you
great.
are going to do Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I am.
Joe Rogan's the best in the game for sure. And I think
Yeah.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it directly from Trump on his most recent appearance, which I couldn't even find on YouTube, on the Full Send podcast. Hopefully this will be uploaded soon so we can catch the whole episode. But that's what we need to know right now, is that there has been a full confirmation from Donald Trump saying, yes, I am doing the podcast. Absolutely amazing. What's Kamala Harris going to do in response, ladies and gentlemen? Is she going to go on Joe Rogan's podcast? You going to do a 2.5-hour podcast, Kamala? Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see the teleprompter roll for 2.5 hours. Hope you're okay. Hope you can maintain eye contact with Joe while you're reading the teleprompter. Jamie's a hardcore leftist from what it seems. So Jamie will set up the teleprompter for you. I'm sure it's no problem. But I don't think you can handle it. I don't think you can handle a conversation, Kamala. And I don't think Joe's going to let you bring Tim in on it. Just don't. He only likes the real candidates. Okay? And you barely qualify as one yourself. Oh, man, I love to see this. I absolutely love to see this. This really needed to happen. There's no reason why these two should be at odds. And like I was saying before, everybody knows what's at stake when it comes to this election. Getting Kamala Harris, the same way, if I tell you what kind of bullet did we dodge with Hillary Clinton, you go, oh man, yeah, of course, oh man, because that would have been absolutely horrendous if that happened. I truly feel that Kamala Harris getting in office would be 10 times worse than Hillary Clinton, because I think Hillary would have done a lot of things on greed and being a warmonger. I think those two things. It would have been a lot of greed, a lot of censorship, warmongering. You don't know what Kamala Harris is going to do, because every time she goes into a room, this I don't even know who these people are, tell her what to do, and she comes out and she goes, see, so price controls, and we're going to give more money to Israel, kind of, and we're not going to support them, but we're going to give them as much money as they want, and we're going to send $500 billion to Ukraine, and it's just all about joy, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not going to answer any questions. Bye. She'd be the first president doing no press conferences, no getting in front of people. Who would her press secretary be? Oh my God. It might just be her husband. That's how this clique rolls. This Harris Walsh clique. That's how they roll. It just might be her husband, Doug. Doug coming out with his face coming out being like, "Hi, how's everybody doing here? Doug, is it true you slapped your girlfriend? Oh, okay, bye everybody." That's every single time. That's all it would be. There'd be no more information for us. That'd be it. We're done. Fox News gets shut down. I get found somewhere. I get found in a lake somewhere. People just popping up missing. Where's Benny Johnson been? Have you guys seen Benny Johnson? I haven't seen Tim Pool in weeks. That's what we be in right now. We'd all have to run off to Brazil. What? Couldn't even run to Brazil. That's even worse. We'd all be running off to Canada. Can't even do that. That would be even worse. Where would we go, guys? We'd all be in like Tanzania, Africa. That's it. That's where we'd all be. Just setting up cameras. Oh man, it would be the worst thing ever. So that's what's at stake. I say all that to say that's what's at stake. Okay, you don't want Benny Johnson coming up missing, do you? Officer Tatum, you don't want Officer Tatum coming up missing. Black Perspective, you don't want Black Perspective coming up missing. Greg, is it? You don't want that happening. Logan gone. Everybody, come Come on. That's what's at stake. Save us. Please save us. We'll be on lists. They'll put us on lists. It'll be terrible. But seriously, we'll probably get paid visits. Probably. I'm cool with that, though. I always expected that. So, but there's a lot at stake. All jokes aside, there's a lot at stake. I think Joe realizes that. I know Joe realizes that because I listened to every single episode twice, and I've heard him repeatedly talk about what's at stake. So he understands. Donald Trump seriously understands. Elon has made it clear he understands. Tulsi, RFK, Tucker, everyone you can think of, Democrat and Republican, have made it very clear what's at stake. So I'm glad these two are coming together. The question is when, because I have told someone in my comment sections, I believe it's Frank Black, I believe it is, 104014. If it's within the next 2 weeks, I have to send him every single thing that is in my merch store. He gets one of everything. It's not that I don't want to do it, but I didn't expect to have to. I'll be honest. I will, but I didn't expect I'd have to. So if you're out there, whoever you are, send me your email, I guess. Show me proof that you're the YouTube handle and give me an address and I'll send everything out. That's if it happens. You have until the 24th of October, good sir. The 24th of October. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to bring you that info really quick. Are you as pumped as I am? Are you ready? Here's the last thing. The true believers who watch until the end, please hit the comment sections with questions you would want asked, and I will push those as hard as I can via Twitter. Joe never takes questions at all, but what are some questions that you would ask Donald Trump if you could? What are some questions you would want Joe Rogan to ask Donald Trump if you could have the option to have that happen? Other than that, guys, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Other than that, I'm out.